Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, Facebook family and friends. Happy Father's Day to everyone. It has been a little bit since I've done a wisdom walk. This is wisdom walk number 70, the agenda. I know I've missed you guys doing the wisdom walks. I think so many of you are giving me comments about the wisdom walks 1 through 69. So maybe you guys didn't miss me as much as I missed you guys because I don't do these very often. But I wanted to pop one in today. I was actually saving Wisdom Walk number 70 for undisclosed location that we'll be at tomorrow. But a couple of things happened over the weekend, and I felt the need to do a Wisdom Walk number 70 on agenda. So we're going to pop right in. Again, happy Father's Day to everyone. I hope you have a special day. Interesting about agendas. I was thinking about it a little this morning, and some of you saw my live yesterday, and I appreciate the comments and everything else. It's not really important, the details of certain situations, but it brings me to talk about agendas. And agendas is very interesting because every single person on the planet has an agenda. You have an agenda from early ages, even as a kid, as a child, as a toddler. You may have an agenda to try to get to that candy bar or try to get to that toy or whatever it is. So we all have these agendas. The question, as we grow older, what is that agenda and how does that agenda serve your life and serve others, depending on what you want to do with your life? Agendas are interesting. As I look back on my life, I have had agendas, and I had some pretty tough agendas that I'm not proud of back in the early 2000s, because I didn't know better. And it's interesting how as you go through life and you get older, you change. And I truly wished, and this is what's interesting about the good life and the wisdom walks, I wish I had someone in my 20s and 30s and 40s doing lives and giving me nuggets for me to learn things earlier in life. Man, do I wish that. But since I can't have it, or didn't have it, I decided to do it and bless anyone that is willing to accept it. So if I knew some of these things earlier on in life, I'll be way ahead of where I am now. So I think about the agenda I had when I left corporate America in 2002. Wow. Been 20 years since I've had a job. Crazy how time flies. And once I got into that company, my agenda was to make as much money as I can. I talked about this in one of my wisdom walks before, about people state that the money is the root of all evil. It's quoted that in scriptures, but it really isn't. People misunderstand that. It's the love of money is a root of all evil, not money, because we all need money to live a life and to take care of our families. So when I left corporate America, joined that last company in 2002, my agenda was a little different. My agenda was to work and make as much money as I can, take care of my family, and I really didn't care much. I didn't care much about other people, or I was in it for me. I wanted to know what if I did whatever actions, what do I get out of it? And I never realized until later on in life that when you start serving people, you get more than you can even imagine that you want. And that's when my agenda changed. So my agenda changed to wanting to help people and give back without having an agenda. It's kind of funny to say without having an agenda, but it's still an agenda because my agenda is to give back. My agenda is to help and see how I can inspire others to live their life that they want to live. So again, everybody has an agenda. And when you sit around and you sit back, if you're following someone, friending someone, family members, building relationships, Everybody has an agenda, and you sit back and you watch. Now, the coolest part about agendas, if they don't align with your principles or the things that you're trying to accomplish in life, then you have to make a decision. You have to make a decision if you want to be around that person or around that situation. That's how sometimes marriages end. They have different agendas. That's how business relationships end. They have different agendas. But unfortunately, we live in a world where people have hidden agendas. And that's the topic today. Nothing's wrong with an agenda. The hidden agenda is where it becomes a problem. Because people will say one thing, they will tell you that this is what they're trying to accomplish, but underneath, there's a hidden agenda. That's why that phrase has come in, because people try to make you think something, and by hiding their agenda, they get what they're accomplishing by you kind of being duped. And that's the sad part about hidden agendas. Again, agendas are good, but hidden agendas is where the problem is. So for those of you that's watching, and those of you who are saying, well, how do I know that the agenda the person has, because we all know that everybody has an agenda, how do I know the agenda is hidden or regular? Well, the only way you can know that is you stick around and watch. One of my statements are, success leaves clues. Well, people's actions leave clues, leaves huge clues. So you just sit back and wait and watch, because unfortunately, some people in the world are not as transparent as they should be. And for those of you that's been following me, you know I am extremely transparent. In fact, I'm transparent. I'm so transparent to my own detriment sometimes, because someone without mindset training will view my transparency as either arrogance or being insensitive or just a tough person to do business with. It's none of the above. It's a simple equation of doing what you say you're doing, mean what you say, and do what you say. And my dad gave me that quality, may God rest his soul, a very, very long time ago. And it took me a while to grow into it because of agendas. So I may have an agenda, it may be a hidden agenda, and I'm thinking, well, if I say this and I do this, then my hidden agenda will be revealed. Well, fortunately for myself, in the last, I would say probably more than that, probably the last 10 years, I have no hidden agendas. And it feels so good not to have to worry and think about, well, this is what I'm going to tell the people, but this is really what I mean, and this is what I'm going to get out of it. And that's a tough way to live your life, because it doesn't give you peace. It doesn't give you the tranquility that a real successful life gives. And I was that person. I had that scenario. I had the hidden agendas where it was all about me or all about the situation. And when I changed, I just felt like this massive release of peace in my life in like the last decade of my life. And again, some people find that they don't understand it because they're not mindset trained, or they have their hidden agendas. So for those of you that are in relationships, in business relationships or whatever, you can't allow that hidden agenda to stop you or kind of hold you back. You just have to sit back and watch. You sit back and watch what the person does. You sit back and watch how the person reacts. You sit back and watch what the person says. And you'll find that agenda. You'll know if it's hidden or not. And unfortunately, a lot of the times there are hidden agendas. And that's pretty sad. And I have discovered some recently, and that's made me make some changes in my circle. in order to cover that situation. Because once I find out you have a hidden agenda, then we have a problem, because it's almost like, you know, telling you, hey, you're buying a 4-bedroom house, and you go through all the paperwork and you move in and it's a 2-bedroom house. I mean, it's just deception, and it's not a good thing. So you keep those people so close in your heart, in your mind, in your life, and you just sit back and you wait. You wait and see what happens. Again, people reveal themselves more than you know. And I have committed myself to a life of helping. I've committed myself to a life of doing everything I can to watch and help people grow. And that's my agenda. There's nothing hidden about it. Now, you're going to get some tough love. I'm not political. I'm not going to tell you what I think you want to hear. I say it like it is. And either you accept that or you don't accept it. And if you don't accept it, then you should follow someone else or deal with someone else. But one thing you will find in me is, after a conversation with me and the phone hangs up, you don't have to sit back and think, I wonder what he meant. I wonder what he was trying to say, because I put it all out there, and it is what it is. And throughout this process of the last 16 months, when we have actually taken our life to a completely different scenario, it's blown my wildest dreams, because I've always been in a situation where either I worked for a company, 20 plus years ago, and they had their agenda. They worked me as hard as they can so they can get whatever they want to get out of it to continue their business. And then I got into a multi-level marketing company that changed my life, but I didn't like portions of it, because it seems that only the top of the top won, and only the people that had this extreme skill of communication and talking to people and getting to move people really won. And I didn't, even though we made a lot of money in that, it just didn't feel good. And I wanted to change that arena so badly. And tried it a couple times with my own companies to try to just change it, just to give everybody a chance to have a level playing field. So my agenda is very, very simple. I want everybody to win. And even if you win, like I'm on a road to $1 billion. That is where I want to be. I hope you get to 5 billion. I hope my lives, the opportunities, the things I talk about, whatever, just inspires you to go out there and do the best you can. And there's no hidden agenda. There's nothing to it. There's just, I want you to win. So once I got into that company, I realized, it's great for me. It's great for the top people, but not everybody won. And it just bothered me. So a couple of companies later, owning my own business later, grinding all day, working hard, making sure my family's taken care of, putting in 2-3 days straight with no sleep, and the queen coming in and just feeding me, hey, you need a bathroom break and food. That's what you need. And I'm going through this, and it was just a tough situation in life. It was tough because that's what I had to do, because I wanted to make sure my family had the best of the best and try to leave a legacy for myself. And then started a little company called Envy. And it was a company at first, but it turned into a social club now. It's now a social club. And I made a commitment about 4 years ago when we started it, that Envy was going to be something that was envied. And it's envied by people that understood it, people that benefited from it. And the agenda of that was very simple. It was pure. There was no hidden agendas to it. It was pure. I wanted everybody to win, everyone to have a leg up. And the quote was, if you go back 4 years or 5 years, it's been a little bit over 4 years now. It was, envy will be better today than it was tomorrow, than it was yesterday. And tomorrow, it will be better than it was today. And we're going to go out and find the best of the best, the best of the best of everything we can, to bring to Envy to help everyone achieve the life they want to achieve. So we bought some things, we found some things. Some of them didn't work. Some of them worked. Some of the companies or the things we found out later. They had hidden agendas, and we had to separate ourselves from those situations because of those hidden agendas. Had to do one recently because of hidden agendas found out. And once I find out you have a hidden agenda, I got to go. I have to move on because my agenda is pure. My agenda of where we're heading is what my legacy will be, what my life is about. So I cannot, and will not put myself in a position where we're bringing things to people that have hidden agendas in them. So you move on and you find new things. So after all those years of working so hard and trying to get ahead, putting in all the work and, wondering if I can go to this game or is work going to stop me and I can't see the kids because of this and can't spend the time and can't go on vacation because of work. Then 16 months ago, we changed course. And again, and it will be better today than it was yesterday. It'll be better tomorrow than it was today. So we started bringing in, I've always done mindset training, but we really dived into it really deep in January of last year. And that's made a massive difference. Then we added the investment arm, but we never lost focus of where we're heading or our agenda. We brought in some companies, we brought in some people. Some of them left. Some of them we had to move away from because of those hidden agendas. And we're still standing and we're still there. We made some changes a week ago, well, actually 8 days ago, last Saturday, of getting more laser focused on our portion of developing wealth for our families, wealth for generations. And I feel that we're really at the sweet spot. Are we going to be, is this the last spot? No, not at all. Because as we grow and as I grow, I see things differently and we make adjustments. One of my mentors, may God rest his soul, Tony Hsieh, always told me embrace change. One of his mottos in his company for Zappos was embrace change. And I always embrace change, and some change is good. Change is very good. So when you make changes and you put yourself in a position to give your circle, give your team, your everything, an opportunity to win bigger, that's what it's all about. And I think we made that adjustment last Saturday, and I can feel the difference. You know how you can feel something? You can feel it. Just like I can feel when you have a hidden agenda. And I normally, just because of my love and my passion for people, I normally give chances. I don't give more than 3. 3 is my cutoff. I try to cut it off after 1, maybe 2, but 3, it's not, no, I don't go past 3. So once I find those hidden agendas, then we have to make that move. So that's what we did yesterday. But anyway, you move on with the things that take you to the next level. You simplify it, you level the playing field. So with my agenda, I was very uncomfortable with a couple things, actually mainly one thing, since November 13th, 2021. I was uncomfortable because I was able to get into a phase that is probably one of the best things on the planet. Couldn't use the name, couldn't say the name of the company, couldn't talk much about it. I hinted to you guys a few times about it, but the association with it just became really high and very expensive, and only the elite can do it. And it kind of made me feel a little bit like the MLM game again. Here we go with the elite stuff. Only the best of the best can win. Only the top can win. And that's not what I'm all about. My agenda is very simple. My agenda has been on my wall in my office for years. It says help millions of people earn $500 a month and 10,000 people become millionaires. Well, I've kind of adjusted that a little bit because I think we can do more than 10,000 people becoming millionaires. I think we can change the whole world. But it was tough, and I felt uncomfortable that only the elite again can do that. So last Saturday we were able to, or actually last week we were able to make that adjustment and level that playing field and able to get everyone involved in that situation that at a lower barrier of entry. And that's been really cool. Oops, someone's saying I'm having bad reception. Can you guys hear me okay? Hopefully you can hear me now. and that's really, really cool. So a couple dozen people have already been in. It's amazing. They're going to do extremely well with that. And the agenda is clear. The agenda makes it work. The agenda brings everyone together. So I don't know. I like this Wisdom Walk number 70. There's some other ones. My favorite one is We the People. I'm not sure what number that is, but boy, if you can watch We the People a couple times, that would change everything about everything. So, well, that's my talking agenda. I have ended back to the yard. I can't show you guys everything because I promised the Queen I wouldn't, but I'll pop around real quick and show you that the pond is done and the fish are growing big. It's been, I can't believe it's been, I think I did it March of last year. The pond thing is finally finished with the landscaping and the walls and all that stuff, but it's pretty cool. It's looking pretty cool. Kind of love those guys. Love to hear the water. Love to see them grow. Real cool. Can't show you the rest of it though. Anyway, let me say hi to a few people. See how you guys are doing today. Again, happy Father's Day to everyone. Hey Pat, how you doing? Hi Lisa. Hey Michael. Happy Father's Day to you too, my friend. Elizabeth. Michael's an amazing dad for this amazing young woman him and his wife are raising. Amazing. Hey John, how you doing? Hey James. Hey Miss Hill. Hi Lisa. Hey Anthony. Hey Noe. What else do we have? Pam. Hey Bob. Willie, how you doing, sir? Jason. Scott. Sherry, how you doing? Another Jason. Elizabeth, how you doing today? Okay. John Evans, how you doing, bud? Shakita, how you doing? Okay. Okay, everyone. Go out, enjoy. It is beautiful out today. Absolutely beautiful out today. You guys go out and enjoy your day. Make those special memories with your dads or with your family. You know, sometimes I tell people, Happy Father's Day. And they're like, I'm not a dad. Okay, it's Father's Day. So you had a dad. So it's just Happy Father's Day. I just hope you have a great Father's Day and you make some special memories with the people you love and your family. So there you have it. Okay, everybody, take care. Look forward to Wisdom Walk number 71. I'm going to either do it tomorrow or on Tuesday. We're heading out of the country for a few days. We usually don't go long, and I like to leave on Mondays and come back on like Fridays unless we go really, really far, because most people are off on weekends, and that's when everything is crowded, and I don't do weekends. And I just love the fact that we're able to bless so many people and be able to have a life. And let me say this because I think this is important. On the MLM thing and the referring of people and the portion of MLM that I did not like, where only the top of the top made money, and they made money off of the backs of the hard work of their team members, and that's the hidden agenda that I talk about. It was just so tough for me. I mean, I even though I was in it, I kept telling everybody, well, then try to be like me. But not everybody can be like you. I mean, not everybody has your ability to move people or recruit people or whatever. So that's why it's so important now and that was a lot of work back then. And now it's so important that, and I've said this so many times in my wisdom walks, it's not about who you recruit or who you bring in. It's about the money that you have. The money does all the work. You don't do the work anymore. I mean, our days now are planned. What are we going to do today? We're going to go have lunch, or where we're going to hang out. It has nothing to do with business. I mean, my business transactions are done within the first 15 or 20 minutes of the morning. All I do is I log in, see what funds were made overnight. I move funds, I reinvest, I pull funds out, I do that in and out, then the day is done. There's nothing else to worry about. So I love a system where people can generate a great lifestyle without having to work, without having to recruit anyone, without having to bring anybody to the table. I mean, my friend Trent Miles, I mean, he talks about this so much, and he made some great comments yesterday and sent me some messages yesterday, which I really loved. He's like, I don't have anybody on my team, and I'm doing great. And that's what I love. I love the fact about it that you do not have to bring anybody in. You don't have to recruit anybody. You don't have to do that. And in the past, I've found, when I found that system on the person I was following, and I found out that person had a hidden agenda, that's what separates it. So sometimes you just sit back and you just watch and you look. And like I tell people, I am as transparent as they come. You want to look and see what I'm all about? You can go back 10 years, however long Facebook is around. You're going to hear me saying the same thing. What's interesting in hidden agendas, if you listen, you'll hear a change of topic. You'll hear something 2 weeks ago or a month ago that doesn't coincide with what you just heard today. And that's when you realize there's a hidden agenda. But hey, I challenge any person watching me, go back years on my page, listen to my conversations. I've been saying and preaching the same thing over and over and over. Yes, have we changed and made adjustments? Yes, but the message is the same. And that's what makes it a beautiful thing. Okay, take care, everybody. Have a great day. Love you all. Bye-bye.